Hello and welcome to the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream. I'm Community Manager Cordovan. Thanks very much for watching. Also, don't forget to join us in chat on twitch.tv/DDOstream. If you have a question for us, we'd love to answer it for you. Can't guarantee we'll answer every question, but I can guarantee we'll at least read it and try if it's possible. So this is Wednesday. Noon Eastern, -5 GMT is when we do the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream. We'll be back at 1:30 this afternoon with the winter fling as well. And, yep, even the snow can't stop us. I guess I could talk a little bit about that, but if you guys are interested in hearing it. But so let's take a quick look at chat. But here, before we get underway, I wanted to see if we do have a couple of announcements here. A couple of questions about the Midwinter Festival, which will be running shortly. Yeah, I don't know. Let's start with the news then here a little bit. So it snowed. It snowed a lot in the Boston area, which is where Turbine is located. And so we don't have to work today, except for I'm here because I'm dedicated and because I could. And it was easier to live stream from work than from home, given the particulars of my situation. So that was basically why I'm in the office. It actually wasn't too bad getting in. We got about 30 inches of snow over where I live, and I'm not quite sure where Needham got, but we got some massive snow piles in the parking lot and all that. Took them quite a while to dig out, but dig out people did. I think people largely know that I grew up in the Midwest, and in, say, places like Minnesota, you have a lot more ground to cover. It's a much bigger state. And so it takes a little while to dig out from some of the more severe snowstorms that we've had. And this, frankly, I don't think was as historic as everyone thought. I mean, 30 inches is a lot, but, you know, it happens sometimes. So it's not that big a deal. But people did have to dig out, and that's why people aren't really at work today, because they're still digging out of their driveways and things like that. I happen to live along a pretty busy road, so all the plows came by right away. And we have a neighbor that actually has like a snowplow attachment to their tractor, and just can basically shovel out all that snow in the driveway in about 10 minutes, and is nice enough to do that to their neighbors. So I had no problem getting to work today, but that's nice. So what's going on? Reezy Ice Games and Midwinter Festival continue through mid-February here. We're going to be showing off a little bit of the Midwinter Festival this week. Not the Reezy Ice Games. I suppose I could talk about that in a little bit as well. It's because I suck at them. Otherwise, we are on Argonessen. We are starting a new server cycle, and how we're gonna do this is we're gonna go alphabetical. Yes, we're actually trying to organize this a little bit in terms of where I go on what server. It was kind of all over the place, based on people's demands in chat and things like that. But no, we're gonna go alphabetical. So starting with the A's, ending with the Wayfinders, and Argonessen is where we are this week. I'm taking things a little easy on the group front, though, because I want to run some Midwinter and talk a little bit of news with you guys. So let's do this. The Midwinter Festival. This is basically an ice skating thing. I do have on my ice skates. It does make a difference. I do have some haste potions with me. That can make a difference if you can't cast haste on yourself or whatever. Speed is good. Otherwise, you just get some tokens. I purchased one from the DDO store, and you get 3 a day or so from... or 4 actually a day. If you're VIP, I think that's how it goes, right? Premium get a little bit less. And let's give this a shot. It's just basically picking up the, various things. You can jump to get your stuff. You want to get the best score you can get by the end of the event. This is just a warm-up run here. I haven't actually run this in a little while, so. But once you'll kind of get a pattern down in terms of the best way to go, and you have, a couple minutes, and you can get like some jump buffs and things like that. There are golds, there are silvers, that kind of thing. You get double snowflake bonuses, so I'm going to take advantage of that. I learned sometimes when I was doing this that it's not always worth going after everyone, particularly at the start, because you can get some nice... Oh, let's see if I can get my purple. There we go. But it is sometimes worth hanging around. I'll hang around this section here, and I will. There's a room by the end that's really good. The trick is, no matter how much time you spend messing around on the course, you want to make sure you finish out. Because if you don't actually get to the end of the event, you can not do so hot, and you get a big score bonus from actually finishing the event. So keep an eye on the timer there, and it does give you a nice timer to use, and that'll help get you where you need to go. You may have your own patterns. This is the one I've just kind of developed on my own. Actually, I think I need to go, don't I? I'm taking... Oh, no, it's double snowflakes. Here we go. Midwinter Festival Spirit. And I just wasted a little time doing that, but that's okay. This is, like I say, this isn't going to be my best run. I'm just doing a little warm-up run here. You figure out how much time you have until you really need to get to the end. I tend to make sure I give myself at least about 12-15 seconds to get up the course and over here. We're going to finish this one out a little bit early, and I'll show you maybe a better run here in a second. But we do want to make sure you save a little bit at the end. I've often found that there's some gold ones and silvers and stuff hanging around, and so it's worth making sure you've got a few seconds at the end here. Oh, there we go. And based on your final score, you will get X amount of motes of winter, and my final score is 528. And based on that score, it depends on the kind of recipe you get. You could find that out in the wiki and that sort of thing. And let's talk to the NPC just to show you guys what you can get here. Polar Bear Creature Companion is the big one. It does take a lot of motes, but I was able to grind through that last year, no problem. You can get some snowballs. I don't know exactly why you'd want those, to be honest, but they're okay. You can get some cookies, some potions, some upgrades, really cold resistance on items, and as people know, you can put that on some cosmetics. So, like say your the Matu mask. Name's skipping my brain right now, but and similar things like that. You got some fire resistance, glaciation, cold spell power. Yeah, so, and that's a pretty basic reward list, but it's a pretty light event. One thing you can also do, if you are so inclined or have some free turbine points you don't mind spending, is you can get some Evening Star hot ciders, and you can double click on that, and boom, you will teleport right back to the start of the event, so you don't have to walk back there. If you are lazy like me, and are doing this on official live stream, so then feel fine spending my turbine points on it. So there we go. Let's take a quick look at the chat. See, Morgu talked a little bit about the ice games. Jump Point on his show last night. He has some tutorial vids. Cool with that. I'm going to probably put up, do some highlights. Probably later today, maybe tomorrow, and I'll try to make sure I get yours in there as well. Snow's fine. Although, like I said, no work for money folks at Turbine today because they're digging out their driveways and their kids don't have to go to school and all that sort of thing. So it's a day off. The way it typically works here is where we're geographically located. If there's no school that day due to bad weather, then there's usually we don't have to come into the office. But it comes down to just use your own discretion and know your own level of safety. And for me, it was easy to get into work. And some folks needed, they're working today, so that's why I'm here and they're not. Gary Hoy asks, can you put the bonuses on glamored items as well as store cosmetics? My understanding, and I don't know that this was a deliberate choice, but my understanding is that the answer is no. Glamored items do not work with this glaciation thing. I don't know if that's working as intended or not. We're going to have to look into that. I should mention that the ability to put cold on cosmetic items is not actually working as intended. But nonetheless, we've kind of taken the attitude of, well, it's fine. But now we have the mirror glamoring, and I don't believe that it was set to work with the mirror glamoring. I don't think it was even like a deliberate thing where it doesn't work. I just think by the nature of how it was implemented, glamored weapons are not playing nice with this bug, which is really what it is. But it's a bug we were just sort of letting go, unless we have a reason not to, and I don't think we have any reason not to. Let's see. Let's see. There have been some reports about stuck spots on the course. Are those real or exceptional situations? There should be no stuck spots currently in the Midwinter Festival. When we very first turned on the event, there was a brief period of time where we had to manually collapse some instances to get it to work, in all instances of Evening Star. So that was probably what you're talking about here, is that experience. And, but that was corrected really pretty quickly. We did a quick world bounce, and so that took care of that. And so at this point, you really should have no issues with stuck spots in the Midwinter Evening Star Festival. But if you run into something, I suppose you could let me know. If we see it here, you can let me know, but I don't think we're going to. Like I say, I know this one pretty okay. I mean, I'm not some super pro at the Midwinter Festival. I'm sure some folks could do better than I can, but you know, I did grind out that polar bear last year, so I know a thing or two about how to do this. Some big tips, and I'm actually not following one of my own tips right here, but I will shortly. Is make sure you have some ice skates. You know, the same ice skates you get from the ice games. Oops, wasting that high jump. If you can get the purples, do the purples. But if it too much derivates from your pattern, it's often better to get expected results rather than try to go for the big guns, unless it works out in your favor. There are times where I've gone for the high jump, but if it's not at the right time or location, because you only have like a few seconds to do it, I will often find that it's better to just sort of let that purple go and just go for the other ones. Like I said, personal choice. You may feel differently, but that's the way I usually play the Midwinter Festival. I'm just, this is my path, you know. I didn't look something up in the wiki, no, nothing like that. This is just the path I've been using historically, and I think it works out pretty good. Gives me plenty of time to really get what I need, and get all my bonuses, or close enough to it. Sometimes you can get this purple one as well, but it looks like I'm not going to get that this time around, because I've got about 36 seconds left, so I want to make sure I give myself enough time to get out. Like I said, I usually give myself about 15-20 seconds at least to get up the stairs here, just in case I get hung up somewhere. You can hear the little timer going. There we go. Nice. 661. Got a 220 motes a winner there. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, we did. Titans does mention that we did do a quick reboot. Let's see. Oh yeah, snow gems, and you can make summon snow elementals, Urlock says. That's pretty cool. Oh, we already discussed Flyflung Flu's question about is it working as intended to be able to put festival effects on cosmetics. The answer is, yeah, not really, but at the same time, we haven't really fixed it. And it's probably fine. But just don't expect it to work the mirror clamoring. Unless it does all of a sudden, but we'll see, right? Alright. Someone has a question about Greater Shout. I'm sorry, I don't know about that one, Virtual Gib. Please send in a bug report on that. That would be ddobugs.turbine.com. I'm not quite sure what you're referencing in regards to Greater Shout. We are in Argonessen. If you want to send me a tell to get joined in, it's Sighton, Sightan. It's one of my main characters in Argo. You can friend me up to if you'd like, and let me know when I'm. Then you'll know when I'm on Argo. Oh, apparently my forum post isn't working well. Well, that's fine. I don't have time to fix that right now. I'll do it when I'm done. Oh, you can't aim Greater Shout. That doesn't sound correct. I would say that certainly sounds bugged to me. But we'll see. Just send in a bug report. I'm sure it's something just one of our devs will have to look into. I'm sorry, I don't have a better answer for you. I don't use Greater Shout. That's why. Whoa. Yeah, wasted high jump. Yeah. Dang it. Not a good run already. Well, it's okay. Still get what you can get from these. It'd be kind of a light run here. I don't see my purple up, so I'm just going to ignore that. High jump. There we go. I haven't had much luck here lately, but sometimes you can get a nice pile of golds on that path, so I always try to make sure I hit that one up. Yep. About a minute left. Got plenty of time. Might as well farm some things. Just get whatever I got. Yeah, I probably ducked out here way too early. See, I've got a full 30 seconds left, but we'll just go for it. Let's see. Yes, so that brings us to our other big point. Titan 2014-19 says, I still have a few items that say invalid placement. Yes, you do. And the reason for that is we are going to be doing a hot fix. That's another reason I'm in the office today. We are going to be doing a hot fix tomorrow from about 8 to 11 o'clock in the morning. We're going to have downtime. I'm going to be announcing that probably after the live streams, first thing after the live streams here this afternoon. And the main primary purpose for that is to fix this issue with the remaining invalid placement issues with the character bank. We do have a few other things as well. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's run something epic, huh? I was just mentioning that we are going to be doing a hotfix tomorrow. I'll be talking about that more tomorrow. It's a really light hotfix, so there's not a lot of info in there. We've got a thing in there with single weapon fighting where it wasn't. We were supposed to have fixed it last patch, and the fix didn't take. So we've got that in there as well. We have a couple other things that will be in a brief set of release notes, but the primary thing is to fix the remaining invalid placement issues with stackable items that are in your character bank or account bank in particular. So. Oh, that's cool. Well, we could do heroic elite of something as well if that's what you want to do. I really don't care what we run. I'm just kind of bumming around today. You're right. So Seymour says there's a spot on that top middle high plateau where jumping can be iffy sometimes. I know exactly where you're talking about. And I think that what's going on there is a invisible, one of those little moles that you're running into. That's always been my theory on that section, but I've never been able to prove it. So. But that may be what's there. But usually I find if you just go a little bit to the left there, you can get up there no problem. So, hey, it looks like I'm not alone in the office here today. Who's here behind me? But so, yeah, so we do have a hot fix, like I say, planned for tomorrow, and we'll be getting the word out about that within a couple hours here this afternoon. Sounds like we have a lot of heroic people, so I will. It sounds like we've got some heroic folks in our party. I've got someone else that wants to join as well. So what I'm going to do is finish doing this midwinter run. Then I'm going to switch to an alt. I'll give you one of you guys the star, and I'll send you a tell when I want to get an invite. And we'll run something heroic elite instead of epic here. Yeah, we could do Spinner's Prison. That would be fine with me. My character's level 20, but it should still be alright. Won't kill your XP too bad. Oops. Oops. I think that's the spot you're talking about. But that's okay. Usually I find that if I fail it, I just will go back and cut these. Well, it does take away some of your time. And just go for this one instead. And again, I've got really more time than I need here. What I really want to do, in my opinion, and what I usually do on a more concentrated run where I'm not distracted by talking, is I usually try to get here with about 20 seconds left, and I find that that gives me more than enough time to finish out my score. So, all right. All right, so I'm going to be back in just a second here. I'm going to give the star to, how about Guffaw, huh? And then I will send you a tell when I want you to send me an invite. Yeah, a little bit. I do have a little bit of a cold there. Sorry, sorry, Nightmare Night. Alright, here we go. So this is a level 20 cleric. I was running with a static group for quite a while. No longer running with that static group. So this guy's semi-retired, but he's welcome to run some stuff on the live stream here. All right, so we were going to do Spinner's Prison, right? Suppose I could have teleported out to the harbor, but that's okay. This character is one I haven't played in a little while, but hopefully it should be okay. Let's see, where do I sit on this?
In the air. The Rizia Ice Games have come to Stormreach.
Oh, there we go. It's a half-orc. Half-orc character. There's, like I said, it was part of a static group, so the goal wasn't min-maxing, it was thematic. We were playing characters we enjoyed playing. Guffaw, you're not flagged at all, huh? I thought someone needs this one, though, right? Yes, because he has the mohawk hairdo. Okay, so I need to admit this. Starla asks, am I teaching the ice games as well? The answer is no. Now, let's run this one. This is a cool quest. We'll, Guffaw, why don't you just kind of hang out for a little bit. We'll take care of this and see if we have time for something else.
Ahead, a Rakshasa and a company of drow are arguing over a pile of dragon shards.
Let's see, what do I actually have for a better weapon? I'm not actually sure what I'm using right now, to be honest.
The Spinner of Shadow struggles against her weakening bonds, while below her, glowing spiders scurry about.
It's a little hint. I learned this one during the Gen Con challenge, because we were doing a sort of mini event just for this section. At Gen Con one year, I learned that if you kind of hang off to the side there, and you don't care about watching the cool scene, you can get a little head start on killing the spiders. So, anyway, back to the ice games. I suck at the ice games. I have never learned how to do the ice games for after all these years, and even Lessa being an expert in trying to teach me. There's just something fundamentally lacking with my Twitch skills where I just cannot do the Rizia ice games. I've never been able to, and thankfully I don't have to, because there's lots of tutorial videos and a plethora of information out there for those of you who are interested in learning how to run the ice games. But you ain't gonna learn it from me, because I suck at the ice games. Just do. I don't need Undead Bane. Let's see what I got here.
I will do no such thing.
Oh,
Now
you're
that
right.
I am free, I have no need for the other overlords. Or for you tedious lords of dust. She awaits me.
This character was mostly played in the heroic levels, because I am level 20 now, but this was a static group, and so we were just kind of using what we found and all that.
Feel her grasp on you slip as the silver flame guardian speaks.
Paralyzer will be
Oh,
alright.
demon, you have not escaped yet. Some of the flame still burns here.
The silver flame guardian speaks.
We have driven her back, but it will not last. Destroy her spiders. We have consumed the essence of the silver flame that holds her. If you can light the wards again, she will be imprisoned once more. Quickly now, she returns.
Oops. Yeah, I need to fix my hotbar on this guy.
So you use these mortals as pawns. You must learn something of my ways from our time together. No matter. Let us begin.
The voice of the silver flame whispers in your mind.
Many spiders have burrowed underground, yet they can feel the spinner's pain. Hurt her, and drive them up.
Did we get everyone, all the spiders from this side then?
A chorus of chittering echoes the spinner's cries of pain. Spiders crawl out of their hiding places in response to the demon's call.
Let's see. I'm just taking a look at
Once
chat
more,
here a little
the
bit.
demon's voice echoes from the shadows above.
Demons of Kyber, hear my call. Protect my children.
Alright, we got this side cleared out. Yeah, like I say, I was going to play on my Artificer, which is probably my most developed character. He's got green steel and various stuff. But we wanted to run. We had someone in here that wasn't prepared to run Epic, so instead I switched to, like I said, kind of a secondary character here. This guy, like I say, he was really just the cleric of the group because we needed one.
Your very soul. The spinner of shadows has returned to the battle.
So he was lacking in the DPS because he was really just a healer type. And he's a half-orc just because half-orcs look cool. Oh yeah, Fly Flung Flu mentions the House P one as well. Probably the least well known of all the uh, sort of festival games we have. That one, you know, I've never really figured that one out too much myself, to be honest, either. Not quite sure why that is. It's tough.
The Spinner of Shadows decides to change tactics.
Arise, my spiders. Destroy
But it's basically kind of like a half pipe, and you need to just sort of figure out how to light the various pieces on it to get the jump to get up there and do it. I think there are some ways, some folks have kind of figured out some good ways to do it as well, but
The swarm of spiders subsides, and the Guardian is once again safe. Time for you to finish relighting the wards. The demon chuckles in the shadows.
an amusing game, mortals. But you are out of time. I grow stronger, and your allies dwindle. We end it now. You can't hide forever, my little pests. I can sense you.
guess I better get out of there. Oh no. At least it got her aggro, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, so Morgu does have some tutorial vids. Sorry, I'm not really talking too much. It's been a long couple of days. I was digging out 30 inches of snow. Like I said, I did get some help with the plow there eventually. But still, I shoveled a lot yesterday. It was a long day. But here we are. Actually, I've got a spell pod. Here we go. Alright, how we doing here on crystals? About ready to get another M1 short. 30 left. Wish I had haste. No, I think we got that. Oh, here we go.
The last ward ignites, and brilliant light fills the cavern. The spinner of shadows shouts, but it is a shout of triumph,
Alright.
not defeat.
Let's see. Only got a second here.
In an irresistible web of force.
Is the potion of the party pooper and pumpkin grenades and butter rum coffee featured in the store? That would be for Maybar, right? So no, not yet. But we'll probably have something like that for next year's Maybar event. Let's see. So we got the hotfix tomorrow. What else? Our bonus. Let me quick look up the bonus here for you. I think we've got. There we go. Let's see. So that would be plus 25% Epic XP. So plus 25% Epic XP this weekend through Sunday. So that should be a real nice one, actually.
Booms from inside the breach.
And then, of course, we do have Midwinter and Rizia continuing as well. So.
I have,
Replies the spinner of shadows.
the drow brought them to me, just as you said they would. What shall I do with these irritating mortals?
Leave them. Lord commands. The demon web will soon swallow.
Yeah, I don't think we know exactly what the Maybar replacement's going to be, but really the outcry from the community that you guys had, you know, saying, hey, please don't get rid of Maybar, you know, we listened to that, and so we're doing the best we can to make sure that you guys get something or other for the event, so. Don't know exactly what we're going to do yet, like I said, but we'll see. Oh, yeah, I've got a voice. Voice is up. Ooh, double crossbow. I like that one. Repeating light crossbow, armor piercing, nightshade venom. Not that great, but poison burst is okay. Crippling is kind of cool. It's a nice weapon for your artificer at this level. Level 16, if you don't have it. Templar's Justice doesn't terrible either. If you happen to have a Dwarven Axe person. Cold Iron Holy Burst. Light damage. Chance for extra light damage. Not terrible either. Yeah, that Templar's burst justice is not bad at all. So Titan asked a question which is, I guess, worth addressing here. I thought the Mimic event was the new Maybar event. The answer to that is yes and no. Originally, when we conceived of the Maybar event, or of the Mimic event, rather, we were kind of thinking it might be the target for... Oops.
Mistress, the passage to Kuiper remains open to your
My audio's
advantage.
a little off. If,
The
that it would
drow
be a
of the
replacement for
Underdark will
Maybar,
not
but
fail.
really when we've come down to it, you know, the Mimic
Woe
event
to the
ended up sort of
intruders
getting,
who dare
moved out a
enter the
little bit,
demon web.
and we
They will
heard the
be
big outcry
slaughtered
from the
as a
community about
sacrifice to
Maybar
your
and wanted to have
greatness.
some kind of Halloween-themed event.
Even
This
that
isn't,
fool
you know, specific to
Elminster will
Halloween
not
theme.
hinder the
So
darkening
we
that will
decided to
consume
sort of branch it
Toril.
off and
Nothing will
give it its
stand in
own
your
event
way.
and bring back Maybar in some fashion. Hopefully later this year. So that's really where we sit. So the original intent was, yeah, basically, but things have just kind of evolved since then, and it's now separate events. So not much on the end reward list, but that's okay. All right, and I think that's probably going to have to do it. We have about 10 minutes left here. I don't know if that's enough time to really run another event. Or another thing. I suppose I could show you how bad I am at the ice games. No, I can't do that. I don't know. So just to let you guys know, I will be sending you guys some in-game mail later today with a turbine point code. No, I'm not showing you the purple coin tricks. I have no idea what you're talking about. But yeah, so let's see. Please repeat what I said. Oh, you couldn't hear me with the cutscene. Okay, so what I said was that the Mimic Hunt, when it was originally envisioned, was that it was probably going to go into the October timeframe, which would have been the Maybar Festival. But over the course of the development of the Mimic Hunt, which really coincided with the deep community sort of expression that we bring Maybar back in a more formal way, it sort of changed its intention. And so what ended up happening is the Mimic Hunt is now going to be around the anniversary time frame, and the Maybar replacement is going to be around, you know, probably October, November, like usual. So while the answer was originally yes, the Mimic Hunt was basically meant to fill the Maybar time slot. Over the course of its development, we quickly sort of separated it out, and they're now two separate events. So that's really the status of the Mimic Hunt as it relates to October and Maybar. Oh, I got upstaged by the Priestess of Lolth. Yeah, sorry about that. My audio for cutscenes is probably too high. I just need to turn something down. But it is a little loud. Alright, well, I think that's probably going to do it with the live stream. Like I say, we'll be back at 1:30 here today for the Winter Fling. We do have the Twitch calendar that will be going up shortly, but you can find it on twitch.tv/DDOstream. We do have our event, plus 25% Epic XP kicking off tomorrow, as well as a hot fix. So we'll be down from about 8 to 11 tomorrow morning, Eastern Time, to deploy the hotfix. And then we are also working on update 25, which will be coming moderately soon to Lamania, and that's really the news at the moment. So stay tuned for some announcements this afternoon and tomorrow. Thanks for joining us on the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream. Don't forget to hit follow if you would like to be notified for when we are going live with shows just like this one. And we'll be back in about a half hour. Time to grab some quick lunch, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks very much for joining us, and we'll see you next Wednesday.